Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so I actually did start recording and I did it again. I did not have my microphone plugged in, so I've started over. I was about 4 minutes in. I don't think it's worth or uploading that first video. I want to keep it all in one. So here we go. What I was pulling on is the sexual connection, the romantic, passionate connection between the twins. And so, or the twin polarities, let's say the cutting edge masculine and feminine polarities on the planet in the collective. So that doesn't necessarily mean the person that you're watching this for is on that edge. So it's an intangible, it's not necessarily represented in flesh and blood here. This is the potentials for the masculines and feminines. This is what is available to humanity. Let's say that. So oftentimes I've been guided a little bit more lately to talk about those potentials in that languaging, more so than your specific divine masculine. However, that's not wrong either, because if you are in a twin journey with somebody who is resonating with the collective energies, it's likely that it's your DM or DF. But anyways, so this is for the collective potentials. Right now in the collective, we've got this surrender energy. So letting go of control and just being open. Look at the heart chakra, totally open to what is. This did come out in the reverse. So the way I interpreted that was that regardless of if our preferences are being seen or not, there is a surrender to the way things are, regardless. Take it how it resonates. And then in the 5D, we get union. So the sensual, sexual connection in the 5D is there. It's, sometimes I'll see visions of happy twin couples with a whole other parallel lives going on in the 5D, and the 3D is like, what the? But the 5D, we've got this union, we've got this channeling. And so the messages came through that as above, so below. This beautiful connection that is high functioning needs to start in the energetic layer, which is the seat of manifestation, and come into the physical. And then I shuffled 2 decks for the masculine and feminine and started pulling on the emotional, mental, and physical awareness of the counterparts at this time. We get Queen of Wands in the reverse for the masculines and the Ace of Wands for the feminines. So the message with this one was that the divine masculines are not sure, because of either being out of the loop or some information that they've recently received, if the divine feminine is their counterpart. They know that their divine feminine has all the makings of being their Queen of Wands, but something has created an emotional wavering. And we see, to clarify, it's this wounded warrior, guarded energy, defensiveness. I just heard projection much. So for some divine masculines, there's a little bit of a idea of, if my divine feminine is showing up in a particular energy right now, and I've demonstrated that particular thing in the past or not, does that mean that this is a karmic situation? Is it just to teach me something, in other words? Or is it unconditional love that we are meant to overcome this? So emotionally, divine masculines are feeling into, is it or isn't it? How are my emotions informing me here? Which side of the coin do I listen to? Yeah, so there is a little bit of a processing going on about, I'm hearing emotional struggle with this wounded healer, wounded warrior energy still there. There's a little bit of a uncertainty that's originating in both. So the actions of the feminine, but possibly misinterpreting through this lens of not quite being whole in themselves. So I'm hearing for some, there's little bits of jealousy popping in. So there may be third parties involved for divine feminines, or the threat of that, and it's working through a little bit of the possession templates, or possessive objectification, ownership templates. There's a little bit of this, is this mine? Is this my person? Rather than looking at alignment and compatibility, there is a idea of whether this person is for me or not. The elephant in the room is that there is a lot of thought and contemplation about this particular person, which means that by proxy they are for you, divine masculine, because they are in your frame of reference, and so they are a deep contemplation, and that is always for you when something like that shows up. So take it that way in non-attachment, that it doesn't have to mean it's conforming or not conforming to your wishes here. Divine feminines, we are getting the Ace of Wands. So this is the passionate, sacred, sexual new beginning. I am going to pull another card. So divine feminines, you've taken your sexuality into your own hand, I'm hearing there. And so this may be what the divine masculines are picking up on, that you have not prioritized them, but you've got this under your own rulership, and you are doing you at this time. So what can we see for clarification for this? Yes, there's a waiting period. We see this. Divine masculines are now waiting on you, divine feminines. Whether you feel this or not, emotionally there is an empowerment growing where you are catching stride with something, divine feminine. It's like you're busy. Just give me a moment. I've got some exploration to do here. So whether this is with a soulmate, another lover, another potential DM, whether you are just happy focusing on mission. For many, we're seeing the nature of reality unfolding in a new way, and that's the passionate, sensual new beginning, is just saturating in this becoming. But divine masculines are like, where's my divine feminine? Is my divine feminine chasing butterflies right now? And divine feminine, you're really coming into mastery of your own autonomy regarding sexual connection. You're no longer willing to possess or be possessed by another. Okay, what are we seeing for the conscious thoughts? Page of Wands for the feminines, Eight of Swords for the masculines. This card came out like crazy yesterday. This is the idea of being trapped and powerless. I'm kind of getting that the divine masculines are seeing the other side of the coin. Divine feminines for many months, if not years now, have seen the divine masculines as appearing to be trapped and powerless and a victim of circumstance or not knowing, that kind of a thing. Divine masculines are thinking of the divine feminines now as holding themselves back in some way. So I'm getting that there's a little bit of a confusion from the divine masculines as to why the feminine isn't moving forward in some sort of way in their life. I'm going to pull a clarifier. What is this confusion over? Okay, so it may be a third party situation. They don't know how to look at either if their divine feminine is in waiting energy, or if there is a third party. So whether it's others or none others will do. The divine masculine is right now contemplating, is this a disintegrated expression that my divine feminine is in, or is this a healed mode? So what are the divine feminines looking at? Page of Wands. So looking for spiritual connection, seeking spiritual sexuality, sacred sexuality, and wanting to experience true connection wherever that may be. What can we see? We got the same card at the bottom of the deck, but I'll see what comes out. Oh, bunch. So we get ending the burden. Exactly. Divine feminines, more wands, all wands on this side. So it's all this phallic, sensual, this torch-bearing energy here. You are really ending the burden in your own sexual exploration and seeking true connection, and also having renewed faith that it is available to you, that you're looking for it, whether your divine masculine is connecting with you on that level or not. You know that nothing less than that will do for your life. And then we get, ooh, beautiful transformation out of this lack, separation, abandonment energy, and seeing, I'm hearing the be careful what you wish for, you might just get it. So some feminines are thinking, maybe I haven't been thinking correctly about wishing for union with this person. There is a real only wanting the real thing, only wanting what is for the feminine, even if it may mean that they got their DM wrong. This is a real letting go. It's like I'm seeing feminines about to jump out of a plane and just kind of looking for the parachute string just to make sure that it's on there before they jump. It's just a little bit of a check, and then taking this leap into the unknown and really, really surrendering, letting go, and saying whatever will be, will be. There's no settling, zero settling energy in this. It's complete purity or bust. I just heard. Okay, let's see in the 3D what we can get for the masculines and the feminines. Oh, that is adorable. So we have the Page of Wands for the masculines in the 3D now. So divine feminines, you got the Page of Wands in the conscious mind. So there does appear to be some clear, this is that telepathic energy actually. So it's like there is a back and forth between the twins, consciously at a distance, or even picking up on where each are at. I'm really getting there's a clarity coming in, feminines, and your masculine is not so secure in thinking that they had it pegged right, figured out, or that the connection is as stable and able to be taken for granted as they thought before. So this is almost like Earth to Divine Feminine. Can you hear me? They're feeling you letting go. In the physical, they notice you've changed. And Divine Feminines, you are finding your truth. You have experienced so much on this journey, and that is supporting you now. There's a little bit of a contemplation of, if I make this decision, is there some going back? Can it be corrected? This reminds me a lot of the energy about the divine masculines being in indecision about coming forward, because once these connections come together in that way, everything changes. This is, once the feminines walk away, the same kind of an everything changes. The unnerving absolutes are coming to mind here. So Divine feminines, it's like that final moment where, do I cut this out once and for all or not? And the divine masculines have always said, do I come forward once and for all or not? So I invite all twins watching this. It's not about the absolutes, it's about unity. It's about this and that being true. So if you walk away and it's eternal love, can you really destroy that? No, it's an illusion. Just as much as, you know, being able to come forward or not, you're still entangled, you're still journeying with this person. You're not aware of them, right? If you follow, these absolutes are fictitious. Energy is energy. If you are connected to this person to the degree you're watching this video, it doesn't matter what you do. There's a connection. So yeah, the absolutes here, that's stunning. Let's see what the Page of Wands is for the masculine. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know if this is karmic. They don't know if this is the real deal. They're looking to their facts now. They're starting to chase, dare I say. They're starting to pursue, not the runner chaser. It doesn't necessarily flip-flop like that, but they are starting to invest, starting to reach out, starting to try to see some kind of clarity about what's up. They want to know where you're coming from at this point, divine feminines, what your motivation is for some of the things that you are navigating. And for divine feminines, Queen of Swords, what can we see? We are getting a reunion. Yeah, it's whether or not this will come back in, if there is a step away from it at this time, if that means that it's final. Okay, let's get into a daily divine guidance reading and see, specifically through the sexual lens, what can we know about the sexual dynamics? What should the twins be thinking about? Divine Creator, what is the theme that the twins are benefited to think about on the conscious mind regarding the sexual dynamic? What can we see in the heart space? What is the most beneficial energy in the heart space to be aware of? What is the most beneficial intention to set going forward? What is a beneficial, that's not the right one that I want to use. What is a beneficial action to take at this time? What is the biggest challenge regarding sexuality between the twins? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge, and where is the connection going in the near future? Okay, on the conscious mind, theme of sexuality. Sometimes life stings and the destined path. So this is the rejection or the appearance of rejection. When it stings on the journey, it's when we take it personally, and usually divine masculines are tasked with friend zone, too intense, into you, need space. This is a beautiful message that has been coming out more frequently, and so we're getting to a place in the collective where we're working with this energy. When the DMs have to take the one for the team and call the shots saying friend zone, too intense, need space, into you, it's like a weather report, and it is a very honest, divinely guided, intuitively guided, sincere gesture. It's not a judgment, it's not a criticism, it's an accurate depiction of the frequency, the weather report. So friend zone and need space are polar pairs. The too intense and into you are polar pairs. So friend zone and need space, this is when the energetic cues are not drawing the twins together, and the divine counterpart who friend zones is feeling that the other twin is not available on some level, and allowing that twin to have as much space, time as needed to balance out. It's a kindness, it's compassionate. I don't believe it's always conscious when a twin says friend zone needs space into you and too intense. However, if we drop in and know what these are, then we can bring consciousness to it. And some do have that conscious awareness. So friend zone is when our counterpart is basically putting us off the hook from having to engage. Miraculously, the lives of each counterpart seem to organize anyways. And so what works for one does work for the other if we have eyes to see. So having said that about the friend zone, some of the things that if you've been friend zoned, you can focus on to maximize your friend zone is your mission, cleaning up karma, spiritual development, getting to know yourself, stepping into your spiritual gifts, healing family relationships, networking, something like that, taking care of your temple. If a counterpart needs space, that means they've witnessed, recognized that they need to do that list of things in their own right. So it's saying, I recognize I need to do this. Friend zone is, I can't put my finger on it, but it feels like something is needing to be a priority over on your side. So that's those pairs. Then we have the runner, chaser, intense, and the I'm into you. So those are pairs that there is love when we're into, it's a pure love, and a fear when it's in the intense. There's always fear. The chaser never chases out of love. It's always, there's some kind of a fear in there, and they aren't just allowing. So that's the other deal. The counterpart that says too intense, whether that's shown through blocking or words or whatever, it's always to just instantly stop the intensity. And it is quite abrupt sometimes. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I heard, and energetic sensitivity is on point in these dynamics. It's, if you look at the energy you're in, if you are met with the too intense, on some level for your developmental stage, it's all relative, you are being too intense for what you deserve, what you could witness. And so it's basically a tough love motion there. And then we have the into you, and that's when it's mutual. Why not explore, what is this about? What is this cycle here for? Can you communicate and ask each other conscious questions from that space? Can you just enjoy it without dragging up these other things and just revel in it for a time? So sometimes life stings. It doesn't mean the destined path isn't here. It means there is a season for everything. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And it also supports compassion and empathy when we navigate these things. So it doesn't have to sting for long if you have eyes to see what the value or the reason for it may be. Okay, energetically, yeah, spiritual path, life lessons, and karma. These cycles of connectivity, attraction or not, have to do with learning these cycles, learning the karma, learning dynamics, learning about energy, and learning the spiritual path as it relates to 3D life and the lessons. Awesome. What can we see on the heart space for the sensual connection? Sing your own song and progress. So we've all learned so much on this journey, and I'm getting this heart level fuel for mission, for uniqueness, for getting, I heard branding out there. There's something about the passion that is known on this journey that really gives a potent, sacred fire to the life work if it's channeled correctly. If it's used for internal progress, it can be made into love songs. I just heard it's the inspiration to sing from the rooftops. Depending on where the connection is and how we're looking at this, this is a cosmic fuel. I just heard love, the language of love, the song of love, the overcoming, the triumph, the victory of love. So we're meant to be looking for those victorious things, those unique things. Sing your own song, the way that you bring it through, the way that you channel the love, the way that you express the inspiration that's been found on this journey. That sexual connection, the sensual, the passion makes it a unique and splendid thing, I just heard. And this is the mating ritual. Birds sang this to find a mate. And we are singing that song to talk about intimate love. We are bringing through that creativity, the fire, the passion for things. But always remember that the higher progress drops out of logic and goes into the matters of the heart. So it's a heart space. It's heart and mind combined. So I'm also getting with the rainbow here that our heart, the song that we channel through, can correct the faulty logic. It can put the mind at ease. So a small message there, if you are apart, sing a love song on the wind and allow your mind to be put at ease. What else do we get? Luminosity, empowerment, and forward motion. So this is that fuel that brings the forward motion of abundance, of creative outpouring, of teaching, sharing the information out into the world. And it brings more union energy, because as you sing your song from your unique place, that is how the light of compatibility is found in another. And so it's all about light body activator. I just heard bringing in the new dawn by stepping in and channeling these things as the soul song into one's life. That is using the journey to support. That's a very divine motion. And it is very masterful to take the tenderness of the journey on the heart space and transmute it so that it is this cosmic fuel. And I'm hearing, remember though, it's not the love of the person that is the highest. It's that Source has facilitated an existence where we can experience the love with this person. And that is the level of ecstatic appreciation or worship. And that is above even the twin connection. And so just the ability to sing a soul song is the ultimate alignment here for those who have eyes to see. Okay, what is the intention that we are best supported with at this time? Let it shine. So this is a communication card as well. The throat chakra is beaming there, and these spiritual keys on the journey. So for many, you are being brought into teaching, I heard sensual arts, sacred sexuality, these new ways of navigating intimacy are divine keys being given to humanity now. And so don't be afraid to talk about sexual dynamics, unconditional love, autonomy, spiritual, energetic assessment of dynamics and relationships. Let it shine. Bring these messages to the world. You're on this journey as a leader, as a teacher of these things. And they are much needed keys of consciousness for humanity at this time on the planet. Path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustment. So we are going to see a whole wave of sacred sexual energy coming in through the twins in various walks of life, various outlets. There's going to be this information sharing that's going to create a widespread paradigm shift regarding sacred sexuality, appropriate conduct, autonomy, self-love, and healing, which creates the new foundation in relationships that brings stability to the planet. Okay, what can we see for actions the twins are being asked to look at? Life is a mystery, so wishing. The card of wishes. So we are being guided to know that life is a mystery, but if you sincerely wish for something, two things. That wish came from somewhere. The mystery is debunked when we realize that when we're in alignment with love and we get loving wishes on our heart, that's tuning into the higher guidance, that realm that debunks the mystery. The more we solve the problem of love, the more we want that, the more we align with it, the more the mystery is debunked. It is all love. And the goodness starts coming in, and we believe in it, and our manifestations as such have more potency because we're inspired that way. Sorry about all the noise, everybody. I'm really not sure why it's so loud. Okay, life is a mystery. So yeah, the mystery, the purpose of life, the meaning of life is love, this revelation of love hidden in plain sight. Peekaboo with love. It's so beautiful. And we get Alpha-Aryan, Stargate, artistry, expression, community, and celebration. So yeah, this is where we come into everything being benevolent. We get up into the higher awareness of love. It is really everywhere at all times. And it is an art, a discipline, to come up into that as a way of life, but we're getting there. That is the incredible utopian dream and cause for great celebration that we are even touching on these concepts on a mass scale. How beautiful. The divine wants us to realize that this is a mass desire, a heart wish for humanity, that we get to that kind of state of unity on the planet. What is the biggest challenge? Open to infinite possibility and Son of Cups. Speaking about this, channeling it, believing it to be true is still the biggest challenge. It's the faith, trailblazing, going on the knowing that it's possible, even if we have not seen hyper effective examples. We're still being asked to open to the concept. And then Seal of Metatron, form, structure, foundation, and cosmology. Our cosmology is changing. We are taking a jump from the 3D to the 5D orientation on the planet. We are becoming more cosmic. We're not so segregated anymore. We're becoming a one world or level 1 civilization, a global community. And so we are going to be focusing on an even bigger picture, the cosmic, as we harmonize the imbalances on a global scale to come into unity consciousness. This is the way to keep believing that infinite possibility awaits us. If we can get past our barbaric survival templates, and move into more safety, abundance, unity consciousness, the next step is looking to the cosmos. What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Trust the great mystery. So, did we get life is a mystery and we're supposed to trust it? Find nurture in that. Know that it's not a trick. This journey isn't a trick. Life is not a trick. It has purpose. There is a reason to it. You are safe. You're this little fawn, and this is the universe holding you there in the safety, whether you know it or not. And so you might as well come into alignment with it so you can have fun and enjoy it, I just heard. Discernment, discipline, and order. So the advice is trust it, let it make you feel good. Find just cause to do that. Bring more of it in. Highlight that. Whatever you focus on grows. It's not wishful thinking or pretense. Let it anchor in, align with it, share it, teach it, live it. Change the world. So these are deep, nurturing, grounded energies talking about sacred sexuality. There is no influence of the competition, lack, loss. All the messages that are coming through are saying we are in the vicinity of safety and intimacy. And so enjoy it, allow it, align with that. Where is the connection going intimately in the near future? Take a time out and perseverance. So there still are steps that need to be accessed. Some will do this together with a timeout to talk about the transformations that have been happening. Some twins have already met up, some will be meeting up. Some may not be in physical communication at all. This timeout is for clearing for those who are not in communication or won't be in this cycle at this time. There is a deep transformation going on. But for those who are in communication or have met up, there could be a timeout on the radar to commune with each other or to get away from it all with each other to talk about the next steps. So there's a different sort of, so many different stages of physical proximity I'm getting, and perspective, ideals, and beliefs. Yes, so right now it's either the establishment and the integration or the practical application of new understandings, or communing about those things and comparing notes. But whether we're developing them or affirming them, there is this whole concept of transformation. I'm getting one step deeper that the way that the twin polarities have been looking at sacred sexuality or sexuality at all has come through a major transformation. There is a balancing of those energies. They're not so volatile anymore. They're not at odds with anything else in the 3D. They are acknowledged as factual, as true, as trustworthy. Sacred sexual connection does not lie. And so whether it is friend zone, need space, into you, or too intense, we're meant to work with those energies and understand there is a rhythm to them. There is a rhyme and reason. And that gone are the days that we have to be confused by these things. That we can truly drop in and discern the seasons, the weather of these connections in ways that are productive and useful. Okay, let's get one more card for the collective in closing. That one, Emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Yeah, so don't worry. Whatever's happening right now, just have that open wonder. Ask to be shown the meaning of the energetics that you're witnessing from a place of childlike wonder and innocence. Don't project what has not felt right in the past. Be curious about what is there now. That was our very first card, the surrender to what is, even if it defies logic or goes against the preference. Open, Open. This Page of Cups is like a child energy as well. Open to be shown. Open to be shown what is, so that things can unfold naturally, appropriately, with validity and grounding. So we've come a long way from the times when the sexual connections were overwhelming and volatile and crazy. We've got a real opportunity here to hold our own, be grounded, normal, have fun, and enjoy. We've climatized more to this increased energetic experience of connection. I can't even imagine experiencing some of these energies 10 years ago. It was not even in the realm of possibility. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.